Hey y'all, today I am going to be setting up my new planner for the 2026-2027 school year. I ended up going with the Laurel Denise planner, and I'm basically going to use it for everything. I'll use it for homeschool, for just organizing our day-to-day life, our appointments, and just to try to help our days run smooth. If you're a homeschooling mom, or even if you're not really, but you like all things planning and planners, then I hope you enjoy this video. We're just going to kind of get a little look through and then kind of show you how I'm planning on setting up the beginning of our school year. I'm old school and probably in the minority, but I prefer paper planners over like digital. I know that most people do prefer digital, and I guess for me, it's just I've used paper planners for so long that it seems so easy to me now, so I just stick to what I know. I use my planner to do just about everything. It's just kind of our hub of it has everything going on basically in our lives. And in the past, I've always purchased either Erin Condren or Plum paper planners, and I really, really like them. The size I really like. I like how, like with the Plum paper, you maybe can do it with Erin Condren. I don't think so, but you can customize everything. So nice. I mean, and I like their prints on their covers, and I really wasn't looking for something different. This is just what I've been using, and I'll usually buy the one that has the print that I like out of the two. But my daughter-in-law, um, she showed me the Laurel Denise planner. Her aunt had purchased it, so she showed me online, and I just really like the layout. So I'm going with something different this year, but I'm going to cover up my last name. But this is my Plum paper planner. I just thought the print was really cute from last year. And I honestly have zero negative to say about Plum paper or Erin Condren. Now, I don't know um, when it I'm just talking about for use. I don't know who and what and all they support and do all that. I'm not talking about that aspect. Just in general of enjoying the planner. I love them. But I really liked the layout of the Laurel Denise. So this year I have decided to make the change and I'm going to give it a whirl. I wanted to just show you the layout, and there's different layouts and you can see them all online if you're interested in looking it up yourself. But this one, this is the Luna. So I'm going to redo the camera and I'm going to get to where I can show you the inside of this. So kind of before I show you the new one, I want to show you kind of how my old one was laid out. I moved to August, so it doesn't have anything written in it, but just random notes or stuff like that. And then it had the whole layout of the month. And then each day had its own thing. And I had this set up like I wanted it. So I have like to do, contributions, homeschool, and then we would just write in different things here. I've used it for different things. I've used it for like counting calories or just different things throughout the year. Had meals placed there, and then I had some habit tracker. And so this was kind of just the layout of what I'm used to, and it goes all the way. And so now I want to show you the Laurel Denise one, and it's very similar. I don't want to make y'all dizzy. I like right here, it talks about being nervous to write in your new planner, and that just describes me to a T. So this is the Luna, and basically it has the layout of the year, and it has all the holidays written right up here. So this is the part I really liked, is that each month has the calendar. This is a tracker as well, and they're numbered. And then it has, these are blank, and this whole, let's see, this whole page is blank on that side. And then they have these where, I can't just grab one. There we go. So then it has like this week, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and it goes all the way. But the thing I really liked is that I can see the calendar as a whole, and still write in my lesson plans and stuff like that. And then so it has that for each week. I'm not doing very good at this showing you stuff. I don't know how to do it. So goes through every week, and then the last one is blank as well. And then so you go to the next month, and it's basically the same thing. Here there's just so much. I was thinking I could do weekly menus or just anything really. And same thing. And then you go every day, you have that. So I really think that we're going to like it. I like that it's laid out this way, because so many times I'll forget something until I turn the page for the next week, and I'm thinking, oh no. I know I could have been more diligent in checking it on my own more often, but I like the way this is laid out. So just wanted to show you. So I hope my hand wasn't too shaky trying to show you that. And I'm battling just kind of a head cold, so I kind of sound off. Now, with regards to homeschool planning, we are going to do our homeschool year this year in 9-week terms. So kind of when I start to plan for our school year, I like to, first of all, my husband is a teacher, so I get his school schedule, and then just try to kind of base it around that, because of course we're going to want the same holidays. And as a teacher, he's going to start before the kids do, like teacher work day and service, all that. Basically with school, you have 36 weeks of school, or 180 days. So I do not do it that way, because that's just a lot to keep up with. I feel like the weeks work better for my brain to be able to keep up with. And I think for this year, what's going to work best, because the boys are getting older, I think we're going to do 4 9-weeks terms. So then I'll have, the main thing I want to focus on is semester 1. I want it to end before Christmas break. And then semester 2, I have a lot more leniency, because I'd like for it to end by Memorial Day weekend, which that's just something that I like. It doesn't have to. The other, like with Christmas, it really does need to, for us. But also this, for 2027, Memorial Day is actually on the 31st. So none of that's going to matter, like come into play with when we end. So those are kind of the 2 main things I'll look at whenever I'm trying to schedule our homeschool. So I'm going to look down my notes, but I think we are going to start. We're either going to start Monday, August 3rd, or Monday, August 10th. I'm going to let my boys have a say also. We'll talk about it, because our public school system doesn't start until a Thursday of all things. And so they go to school Thursday, Friday. Well, I want us to start that week, at least by that week. But I would like if they would start the week earlier. And then I was thinking between our first term and our second 9-week term, we could take a whole week off. And so I thought I would talk to the boys about that and just kind of get what they're thinking about it. Because if they would rather um, just, have that extra time off like their friends, and that would be okay too. And I'm not like a huge stickler. Um, I feel like if we are just really on task and we are not behind and something comes up, even though they're in the older grades, I'm not going to let that pass us by, just to try to stick to that. And plus, in public school, there's sick days to account for, and students get days off. And so, even if they want to start that second week and we don't get that week off in the middle of first um, term and second term, it'll be fine because we'll at least take a long weekend and do something. And so that is kind of how I do it. Well, then um, after I talk to them and we'll kind of just see what everybody thinks, then we'll do the first 9 weeks and then I'll know how to plan the second 9 weeks. But like I said, it has to be done before Christmas. That is just the main thing. And then as we go on, I like to reassess where we are in each subject. How much do we have left? Are we, on schedule? And then I think it just helps me just to kind of see, okay, here's where we are, here's where we need to end. And then I like to plan out our second semester. And, life happens, life gets lifey, things happen. And so that's just what we mainly try to stick to. And I don't know. I love this part of homeschooling where I'm just in planning mode. And my family, my husband took the boys to our local golf course. And so they're playing, and I have the house to myself. So just wanted to get on here and show y'all my new planner, kind of talk about how I go about planning our year in terms of we need to get our days or weeks in. Texas is not, I don't have to turn anything in, but it does just make me feel like we're doing a good job if I keep up with it. It's just important to me. And so I guess that's all about the planner, really. We are 2 weeks into our summer, and we went out of town last weekend, or actually last week. And we took the boys to a golf course in Dallas, and it's called Tour 18. And it was really cool. It was one of the nicest ones. It was the most expensive one we've ever played at. Now, the boys have had the opportunity to play at some pretty nice ones at probably a cheaper price because they'll do the tournaments for junior golfers. And but this was really nice, and it had different holes. The setup, I don't know if I'm saying this right, but like the last 3 holes were identical to what you would see at the Masters. So whatever that golf course is called. And so that was really cool. And then it was just mainly the whole course was replicas of certain holes at different famous golf courses. And so it was really cool. They loved it so much. And it's the funny thing is they got to see what the bunker, like the sand bunker, what it would be really like for professionals. It was so hard. I got so tickled because they would get so mad trying to hit their ball out of the sand, and it was like the beach sand. And what they're used to playing with is just hard dirt, I guess. It was so funny. And we got to where finally it's like, okay, we're going to practice it one time and then you can move your ball by the bunker because we'd have been there all day. Like, it was crazy. But anyways, they enjoyed it. And so that's pretty much what we've been doing this summer so far. So anyways, I would love to know if you guys are on summer break. And if so, what have you been doing? I would love it if you would like and subscribe to my channel. That would mean the world to me. I hope you're having a really good weekend, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. I never know where to look. Do I look over here? Should I look over here? I'm going to go there.